Hey there, welcome back to another video. So in my last series of videos, I showed you how I built a website for my memoir that I'm writing and how I used a free theme and put together all of that stuff using that free theme. Didn't have to pay much money for it, it was free. So since then, I have built another website. Actually, I redesigned it because I had already built it using the same Cadence free theme, but I really don't like that theme that much. So what I decided to do was I decided to use the theme that I've been using for the last 10 years and all of the professional website builds that I've done. And that theme is Avada. Now, Avada you can find on ThemeForest. It costs about $62 once all the other bits and pieces have been added onto it. But you buy that theme once and it's yours to use on that website forever. And you don't have to pay anything unless you need support. The good thing about Avada and the support that you can get from Avada is that they have a very active Facebook group that you can join. So there are a lot of people using Avada. I mean, I think it's been the #1 selling theme for the past 10 years. And it's really very, very good. So what I thought I'd do is show you the website that I have designed with Avada. So let's take a look. Okay, so this is the website here. Productability is a brand name that I've created for my online photography business. So this is photography that I do for online shops, product photography, pack shots, nothing too crazy. Basically what we do is we shoot stuff on white. I do it right here on this table that I'm busy filming myself on now. And I have a variety of lights and flashes and permanent lights and all sorts of stuff. And these are the kind of photographs that I create. So what I wanted to do with this website was I wanted to create something that obviously displays the product photography prominently. And what I've done here is I've used a slideshow, and that slideshow covers up the first part of the viewport. And I wanted to keep this all on one page, so that's what I've done. And over here on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, I beg your pardon, I've somewhat unconventionally used a left-handed menu system. So this would ordinarily be along the top of a website, but I've put mine on the left. And I did that by using a starting template from Avada. The really cool thing about Avada is that they've actually created dozens and dozens of really impressive looking websites, and you can import those websites to your own site and then swap out the graphics and the text for your own text and graphics and make whatever you want to make. So what I did was I used their resume template, and that basically I then tweaked that to my own liking, and what you're seeing now is the result of that tweaking. So the slideshow is busy going over here, and you'll notice that when I move the mouse there's a big hand, which means that it's clickable. So if you click on it, it takes you to the first section just below there. You can also just scroll that as well. So I've got that scroll arrow over there, so you'll see it down there, and you can scroll the page up. The sidebar stays sticky, or the menu stays sticky, but it's on the side. And what I've also done here is I've made this in such a way that it's covering the entire viewport. And you'll see that over on the right-hand side here, I've got the different segments of the page. So this is a one-page website with 6 or 7 different segments in it. And you can get to those different segments either by scrolling the page, and it'll scroll the entire section all at the same time, or you can go directly into it from the menu over here. So if you wanted to click on the About section, it takes you straight to that part of the page. And within that section, I've also got little buttons, or what they call modals. And if you click on any of these items here, it pops up a little block, and it'll tell you what's going on there. So for instance, if I click on our studio, it pops up the little block telling you all about my studio. So what you're seeing over here is where I'm sitting. I'm actually sitting on this stool right now, and the camera is over there. So this is all behind me. And yeah, that's how the modals work. So there are modals for all of the different parts of that segment. And that makes it very nice and easy to navigate. So there's no convoluted menu system at all here. Down on the pricing section, I did something that I'm quite proud of. I used a plugin. I can't remember what it's called. I'll tell you what it's called in a minute. But basically, if you go down here and you click on the cost calculator, it pops up in the modal, And it's got a section where you can slide to see what your shoot is going to cost you. So how many easy single product shots do you have? If you have 20, you'll be paying 2,000 Rand. And if you want to pay up front, you'll get a 20% discount. You click on that and it'll tell you exactly what your final cost is going to be on that shot or on that shoot. I did discover other plugins similar to this one that will actually let you integrate that sort of thing into an ordering system, but that was just a little bit too much and too complicated, so I decided to rather not go with that. And I just created this thing here, so I have a little important announcement down at the bottom here saying that the calculator is only here to help you make an estimate of what your photography is going to cost. And there's another option that you can add on here for deep etching, which will then push the price up a bit. The deep etching, don't worry about it. It's cutting stuff out of the background. But anyway, the type of photography I do doesn't really need that. So that's what it is. The other thing that I've integrated down here that's quite nice is the Instagram. So if you click on that, it'll scroll you straight through to the Instagram section. And what it does is there's an Instagram plugin, and it just pulls all the latest Instagram images that you've posted, or that you've posted onto Instagram. So if I wanted to look at that one there, I just click on it and it'll open Instagram, take me straight through to that shot. And apparently this is good for marketing. I don't know. Maybe Instagram people can explain how that all works, but I'm just doing it. So how does Avada actually work and what can you do with it? So over here, we're looking now at the dashboard of this Productability website. And you'll notice that, so this is the difference, the big difference between a paid theme like Avada and a free theme like Cadence. When you go to options over here, it'll bring up a huge big list of different things that you can do and things that you can change with your Avada based websites. So for instance, now under layout, I can control whether the layout is wide or boxed, and that refers to how much of the screen it takes up. So if it's boxed, it's going to always be between two different margins. And if it's wide, it's going to go to the edges of the screen. And you can then decide how wide you want that to be. You can decide offsets from the top and the bottom. There are just a myriad of different settings that you can change this. So as you can see, there's tons of stuff. It's also got built-in responsiveness. So you can test it out on different browser sizes and different devices. You can see if it works on your cell phone or on your iPad or whatever you're using to look at websites these days. The headers, there's different header options that you can select from here. And they're always updating this theme. So, you know, every time I've used the theme, there's been an update to it, and you've got a whole lot of more toys that you can play with and design stuff with. So that's really cool. There's options here for how you want the menus to react and different things. There's things that you can set your logos on. And it's really all nicely contained within the dashboard of WordPress, which is what I really like. I don't like to design websites using the live view sort of thing like we had with Cadence. That doesn't really work in my brain. Maybe it works for other people. It doesn't work for me. So I like to use these different options here. And so that's what it looks like on the back end. Now what happens is let's take you to that page that I created, that one pager. And I'll show you how that actually looks, how it's constructed using the Avada builder. So I go into the page here. You see that says my front page. And you can switch to the default editor, or you can use the Avada editor. So at the moment now, the way I've got this set up, it's set to Avada Builder. It's running a little bit slowly at the moment. I'm not quite sure why that is. But over here at the top is the slider. So the slider is what is showing these different images up at the top of the website. So if you go back over here, you'll see that I have all of those items over there. So that's basically what the slider is. And I can edit those slides, and I can assign different slides to different sliders. So this slider is assigned to the home page, and I can add any number of slides to that slider. And I can specify how that slider works as well. the timing of the slides, the way they fade into one another, tons of different things you can do with it. And this is the builder page. So this is basically this is basically how the page is constructed. So you have blocks, you have columns, and you'll see that I've named all of them. So the About Us block is the block that I would want to go in and edit if I wanted to change anything on that section there. So if I wanted to change the name of that or that, pretty much all I'd need to do is I go here into the About Us section, I open it up, and here are those 4 buttons that I can change. So I can go in here and I can click on the pencil to edit that element. And I can make changes over there. There's a whole ton of things that you can do with it. So if you have a design mind, learning how to use the Avada Page Builder is going to help you to develop websites that are really on point. I've loved this theme from the moment I first started using it about 10 years ago, and I've used it for so many different clients' websites now. It's really fantastic. Okay. So what else can I show you about this? Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I needed to say about Avada. But if you have any questions about it, obviously, please feel free to put them in the comments of this video, and I'll do my best to answer them. Avada do have, like I say, a very active Facebook page. So if you have any other questions, you can also go onto their Facebook group and ask people there. And yeah, go and have a look at their demos. They have tons of different demos. In fact, I can probably take you there very quickly. So let's just take you to the dashboard of Avada, and I'll show you just how easy it is to get these things imported. So once you've registered your theme, you'll be able to buy, or you can buy different plugins and stuff like that. Let me just see where I am here. Websites, that's what I was looking for. So if you want to go and look at the different types of websites or the different templates that they've built, you've got them all over here. So there's 84 of them, and they've categorized them into different things. So one-page websites, for example, if you click on that, it'll filter in all the one-page websites. This is the one that I used. So if you preview it, let's just go into a different tab, and it'll open up the preview window. So this is what it looked like before I got a hold of it. You'll see that it's a lot better spaced out over here, but I didn't want all of these icons in my menu. And yeah, they don't have the snap to feature that I've put onto mine, but you'll see that there's photographs there, there's text over here, and it looks pretty decent. Right, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this little video, but as always, if you have questions, just leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Until I see you again, adios.